from our frame of reference, and there's a lot about our culture that we don't remember. But we're gonna go into some of that today. So we want to start off by pulling up. Let's pull up Chief Pontiac first, Elder. I know that ain't the order we were supposed to go, but
hey, Raw, you want me to pull up the pictures you sent me on the Chief Pontiac?
you know the one that tell them who he was. It's a little.
I got you.
Now, when you got the blood in the right, you inherit the responsibility of your ancestors to finish whatever work they was working on when they left. If you functional and capable of finishing the work, you're responsible to finish the work. So Chief Pontiac died, right, by one of the soldiers in his clan killed him, but he was in the middle of a war with the French. They didn't agree with his war strategy, so he got defted by another tribesman. Now, when we looking at what the responsibility is to get the invaders off the land right now. They function as if they all over the place, but they only in a few pockets.
Here we go. Because I was like, man, no, it ain't. Cut us off.
Why you don't turn the thumbnail so to show all the pictures?
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's then you'll know what is easy. That one right there. Yeah. Now, the reason why I'm showing this is because the responsibility that I inherit. Right. That's it.
There we go.
Perform the function of the war. Right? Let's say Pontiac was an Ottawa war chief. First man come out of their mouth, right? He's an Ottawa war chief.
Mm-hmm.
So we inherit these responsibilities if we capable of fulfilling the function, right? And we can pull rank by blood and by right. But when you run into somebody else that's an elder, you're not supposed to tell the elders what to do. You're supposed to present what you're presenting to them in hopes that they see what's transpiring on the land.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you're paying attention, then my receipts make sense. If you're not paying attention, I sound like a babbling idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So let's show them the message that I got.
You want to go to the next slide?
Yeah, go to the message I got. They had a chance to read that. Show them the message I got. That's not it.
They saying, no, I'm gonna go to
that wasn't it. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Oh no,
the message.
Okay, I know the message. I know which one you talking about. Yeah, so they saying Raw, Raw, because you ain't get your paperwork from the white man.
Just pull the message up. Just pull the message up. Let the message speak for itself.
I got you. No, I'm not talking about what the message. I'm not talking about what the message said. You want to read it?
Okay, now
there you go.
This is from Ishmael Bey, and this is what he told me. How can I call myself a chief, but don't have a diplomatic, recognized nation or tribe? Everybody know what tribe I'm from, unless you ain't paying attention to what I'm talking about. Right? They know my chief is Larry Hoover. We what you call outlaw clans. We're going to get into what an outlaw tribe is in a minute. They also call non-treaty tribes.
Go ahead.
We don't have a contract with the corporation, so there's no status quo that I have to keep to satisfy anything with the corporation. This is their exile, right?
Yeah,
Now watch, this is directly against the culture right here. What you should be teaching people. He can't tell me what I should be doing.
Go ahead, Rod.
He can offer a suggestion, but he can't tell me because he don't know what I'm doing. Don't mean I don't know what I'm doing. Right? But he telling me what I need to be doing. Teaching people is international law, human rights, etc. We got enough motherfuckers. Listen, we got enough motherfuckers teaching human rights. You got all of your clubs and your organizations teaching human rights. They don't need me for that shit. International law is the law of nations. Admiralty and maritime jurisdiction has been overthrown. So international law no longer apply in the same capacity it did in 2017.
Go ahead, Rod.
Right? But if you're not aware of what's taking place with this global front that's approaching your front door, you won't never see what's coming. Because it's here. Right? Okay, now, he said to me I could speak this stuff for years, but our people still will be held under servitude. You're not teaching the people how to liberate themselves. You sitting on Instagram all day is not making no movement for our people for liberation. Now, the reason why I know he haven't been paying attention because he would have knew a long time ago. I told them that there is a group of chiefs in Raven Rock, Colorado, with a group of military generals in a continuity of government that's watching me to know what move our people need to make next in order to finish collapsing the old corporate fiction and raising the government of the tribal nations. The problem is everybody who needed an opportunity to abandon the contract, right? Abandoning the contract is the only legal defense. So you take your ass to DC if you want to and think that you finna be part of negotiating the contract of anything in DC, you setting yourself up for failure.
Let's go. Let's get it. We
the tribes, they talk about recognized tribes. 5 tribes. I'm representing over 500 tribes.
Let's go.
Right? But we got to deal with the contracts between the 5 civilized tribes versus the ones who refuse the contract that they used to call savage.
Go ahead.
Savage means that you are outlaw on the land, that you're not part of the fiction. I don't have to do business with the corporation. But anything the corporation use in a system to oppress us, I can turn it around and use it against them. That's our culture.
Go ahead.
Right? So this is the foundation of what we're talking about in this. Now, first, let's go to the slide. I'm gonna show you which one to pull up, Elder.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. There's one got highlight on it. It's at the bottom.
In the order you sent me, this.
That one right there.
Yeah, right there. This one right here. Yeah. Okay, all right. I also got that TikTok video you said too.
We might not get to that today. This is more important.
Come on, baby. What's she doing?
Okay, so to give y'all understanding when I say an outlaw tribe, right? It's a secondary meaning of outlaw is the person who systematically avoids capture by evasion and violence. These meanings are related and overlapping, but not necessarily identical. A fugitive who is declared outside protection of law in one jurisdiction, but who receives asylum and lives openly and obedient to local laws in another jurisdiction is an outlaw in the first meaning, but not in the second. Right? So a famous general named Napoleon was branded an outlaw by the crown. But when they sent the soldiers to execute him, they liberated him from prison came back and took the crown, and that's how he became Napoleon the Great.
Yeah.
Right? Now, as an outlaw tribe, I don't follow the judicial system of the legal fiction. That don't got nothing to do with me. I follow all laws and policies set forth by my chairman and executive staff according to my literature. Right? So let's go to let's go back again. I'm just get another one.
All right, let's get it.
Okay, let's go to let's start from the bottom.
All right, start from the bottom. All right, start from the bottom. That was a letter, and then this right here was the next one. This right here. I wonder why this shit taking so long to load up. Okay. And common law, that was the one that was after that one.
Yeah. Now this is about a legal explanation of outlawry, right? It came out of a term from England, common law of England, a writ of outlawry. That means that made a pronouncement, caput lupinum, let he be as a wolf's head, right? Remember, we wore wolves.
That's right.
They were vampires from Europe, bloodsuckers from Europe.
That's right.
Right? Equating that person with a wolf in the eyes of the law. Not only was the subject deprived of all legal rights being outside the law, but others could kill him on sight as if he were a wolf or other wild animal.
Werewolf.
Right?
It's right there.
Now watch this. Women were declared waived rather than outlawed, but it was effectively the same punishment. Slide over to the other side, Elder.
I got you. I want to go down a little bit. Boom. All right. Can you see it there?
Yeah. Your picture in the way. You say there have been several instances, or political conflicts throughout history whereby one side declared at the other as being illegal. Right? Now, the outlaw tribes believe that the United States corporation is an illegal enterprise operating on our soil.
Right.
But they got contracts with the civilized tribes.
Go ahead.
Remember that. Remember that, because that's important as I go through this. It's a notorious cases being the use of prescription in the civil wars of the Roman Republic. In later times, there's a notable case of Napoleon Bonaparte, whom the Congress of Vienna on the 13th of March, 1815, declared had deprived himself of the protection of the law.
Go ahead.
Outlaw tribes don't believe that we have the protection of the law or ever had the protection of the law.
Go ahead.
We believe that the law has been used as a weapon against us, the outlaw tribes on the land, operating in the capacity of a sovereign nation on the land. But every time we start organizing our clans in order to oust the imposters, they send somebody called the FBI in there and other infiltrators to try to overthrow the tribes. They don't want us organized. Growing into this position as a war chief, right, it becomes my responsibility, if I know a solution, to play the game in the public domain. For the rest of the chiefs, this is how they haze me.